Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Tuesday, April 30th, 2024. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. On Monday, April 29th, representatives of the East Caribbean Group of Companies, ECGC, paid a courtesy call on Nevis's Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, at his office.
Here in Nevis, we have been doing business with ECGC probably since their inception, which is over 40 years. And of course, we do that business through our supply office, and primarily the flour, primarily the feed that is consumed by our poultry, our pigs, our small and large ruminants. And we have had an excellent relationship with ECGC over the years. And of course, the visit today is a means of cementing that relationship and even improving the relationship. Generally, we have been very pleased with what the relationship has brought to the island of Nevis. Of course, we were very delighted that a team would have visited us during our agricultural exhibition that was held in March, and the relationship is that good that now we have another team that is here visiting us just a couple of weeks after. And so we are happy to welcome these officials to Nevis from ECGC, and we want to say to them, we want to thank them for the relationship so far. We thank them for all of the assistance they have given. Only recently they would have given some assistance in terms of feed, and ECGC has always been there when we call for assistance. So we want to say a hearty thank you on behalf of the Ministry of Agriculture, on behalf of the Nevis Island Administration, on behalf of all of us in Nevis, for all of the assistance that we would have received from ECGC.
J. Robert Cato is the Chief Executive Officer of the ECGC.
We'd like to say thank you to the people of Nevis. We'd like to say thank you to the Honorable Minister for hosting us. It's been great being here. Nevis is very important to the East Caribbean Group of Companies. We are an export-driven company, and it is very important for us to have customers in Nevis, both in our flour and our feeds business. And we really admire the quality of the baked goods that we've seen on the island. And we're speaking about the high standard of agriculture being practiced in the island. The poultry, the pork, the quality of the abattoir. I think it's a great standard for the other islands to emulate. And our visit here is beyond selling anything. This is about partnership. This is about how we integrate the Caribbean by producing excellent results together.
The ECGC delegation was also comprised of Chief of Staff Abigail Haynes, Export Manager Rachel Halsam, and Head of the Commercial Department Mark Hillock. They were accompanied by Randy Elliott, Director of Nevis's Department of Agriculture. The delegation toured the various farms, bakeries, and other establishments in Nevis where their products are used daily. The Environmental Health Services Division in the Ministry of Health will hold a food handlers clinic on Thursday, May 2nd, 2024 at the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union's conference room at 9 a.m. This clinic is for food handlers with expired identification and potential food handlers who have applied for an identification. For more information, call the Environmental Health Services Division at 469-5521, extension 6630, or 6631. The Ministry of Tourism will host its 2024 month of activities dubbed Exposition Nevis in May. Premier and Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Mark Brantley, recently outlined the events.
Highlights this year include the annual Heritage Village Life Open Day at the Nevisian Heritage Village. That will be on the 3rd of May. We also are going to have the Jessup Seafood Fiesta on May 6th and Labor Monday at the Jessup's Community Center. Various exercises for students, as well as the Nevis Beer and Grill Festival, slated for Saturday, 25th May at the MGR Park.
Exposition Nevis 2024 will also include the 200th anniversary celebration of Cuttle Church.
I want the members of the press to help me to spread the word that Cuttle Church, which is reputed to be the first church in the region where blacks and whites were allowed to worship together, that Cuttle Church on Sunday the 5th at 4 p.m. will have a service there to celebrate its 100th anniversary. You all think Nevis easy, not easy at all. That's the kind of history we have on this little island.
With the theme All Things Tourism, Exposition Nevis is a showcase of the island's rich and diverse tourism product. Still to come,
winner of the Battle of the Mixes, Mr. Keston Herbert. He won $5,000.
we'll give you the details after this break.
Celebrating culture, embracing our history. It's Culturama 50, July 25th to August 6th. It's the Caribbean's greatest summer line. See you there.
Welcome back. The Nevis Culturama Festival Committee and the Nevis branch of the St. Kitts and Nevis Red Cross Society have received donations in the sum of $1,500 each, courtesy of musician Lloyd Williams. During a brief handing over ceremony, Mildred Williams, the wife of Lloyd Williams, explained that this year her husband celebrated his 80th birthday and she came up with the idea of making a donation in his honor.
And Lloyd has always been involved in music, always charity work as well for the different departments in government, and he's always not charged for his services, but he did make a living out of playing in the hotels around Nevis. So this year he went 80 years old. So what I did was set up a birthday bash, I called it, at one of the local hotels, the Mont Nevis hotels. And I invited a smaller number of people and asked them to give a donation to Mr. Williams so that he can contribute to an organization of his choice. And the two choices that he came up with was the Red Cross and the Nevis Culturama Committee, being this is the 50th anniversary of that committee. And also, since our grandson has been involved in the Junior Calypso program, that we thought it would be an honor to donate to that particular segment.
Lloyd Williams also made remarks.
I hope that the youth benefit from it, and hopefully we can make a further contribution in the future. But right now, we hope that this go far to help somebody along the way.
Dejon Leiber, the director of the Nevis branch of the St. Kitts and Nevis Red Cross Society, accepted the donation and expressed gratitude on behalf of the two secondary schools.
Mr. Williams shared with me that it has long been his desire to contribute to the youth of Nevis, the young people who will be our future leaders. He is doing so today with a contribution of $1,500 to be shared between both public high schools. This contribution will target students in need of assistance in purchasing necessary school supplies. The St. Kitts and Nevis Red Cross Society is happy to facilitate the distribution of this contribution.
Chairman of the Nevis Culturama Festival Committee, Antonio Abernathy Leibert, accepted the donation and also thanked the Williams family.
I would like to say a big thank you to the Lloyd Williams family for this tangible contribution towards the Junior Calypso competition. Now, Lloyd's grandson, the mighty Invincible, is a former Junior Calypso king, and I think that this contribution today is very significant. Lloyd himself being one of Nevis's premier musicians, saxophonist to be exact, and him making this contribution speaks volume towards the development of Junior Calypso on Nevis, the Junior Calypsonians, and the future of Calypso here on Nevis. And so once again, on behalf of the Nevis Culturama Committee, on behalf of the Junior Calypso Subcommittee, I want to say a big thank you, Lloyd, for this tangible contribution and also for the contribution that you have made in terms of music here on Nevis.
The presentation took place on Wednesday, April 24th at the Nevis Red Cross Society building in Charlestown. Bartender Keston Herbert is the winner of a Taste of Culturama Battle of the Mixes competition. The April 21st event was a collaboration between the Culturama Secretariat and Clifton Estate L&L Rum Shop. The objective was to create a drink for the Culturama 50 Festival, dubbed Culturama Fever. Herbert was presented with his prize on Friday, April 26th, at the launch of Culturama 50.
Winner of the Battle of the Mixes, Mr. Keston Herbert. He won $5,000, Clifton Estate products, and 1 year ambassador for the Clifton Estate Rum.
The drink or cocktail will be available during the Culturama 50 season. It will also be available for tasting at different port of entry as a welcome drink for persons traveling to Nevis.
Culturama Fever is also available for sampling and tasting at the Clifton Estate Bar. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing. I'm Donna Wilkinson Keyes.